Hello everybody and welcome back to Stellaris, where we are currently slightly afraid of these guys over here, but I think that overall our coalition that we've built here would be able to deal with that. Now, to be clear, we're currently fighting the Calictorans. We're not fighting the Calictorans though. We're just letting the hegemony do it. They've got that under control. No problem there whatsoever. We do have a problem with our consumer goods at this moment, and we're working our way through that. We're very close, actually, but we don't have any jobs currently available. Sad. Now, these guys could declare on us. I don't think they're going to. This construction ship is in need of something. Well, what we need more than anything right now is influence, and most of our influence is being eaten up by our defensive pacts. That said, do we need this non-aggression pact? Wait, do we still have a non-aggression pact with the guys who declared us their rival? Is that true? Which of these is a non-aggression pact? Let's just check this way. It'll be easier to do it this way. So we check in here, and the non-aggression pact, that's the defensive pact there. The non-aggression pact is this one. Okay. So it's not with these. We used to have one with these guys. They must have broken it. That's fine. Chemical Bliss sounds good. So what do we take next? The Devolving Beam? Or Ascension Theory to just get a free Ascension perk? That also gives us Unity ambitions. I think we do that. I think we grab this immediately, not even so much for the Ascension perk, but more for the Unity ambitions, because I believe that's what we can get the +5 influence per month for Unity thing from. So that'll probably put us pretty negative in our Unity, is my guess. We'll see how that goes. We're a ways out from that, so we can definitely start to work towards it. Now, I don't think this construction ship needs to be down here exactly. We could think about building... This does not connect to Tirnar. So we could think about building a hyper relay here or here, and then building a gateway here to be able to get down to these guys a little bit more quickly. A gateway over here would make sense as well. But we have a lot of gateways overall that we need to build, including in locations that are kind of more important, like shipyard locations. So for now, we're going to move back over here. It's going to be a little slow to get around. Our primary lack there, again, is influence. We can always get more alloys, and in fact, they're quite cheap right now. Let's buy in a few. And let's hit that reinforce fleet button, and our fleets are fully reinforced at this point. So that's great. No problem there. We've got this mining world that needs a job. It is maxed as far as mining goes. We can upgrade our civilian replica complex. It's actually 2 jobs. So this should fix our deficit in consumer goods. This agri world can get a system capital complex. I love it. And we may want to redefine this from an agri world at some point. This one here. It's only kind of an agri world. I mean, it's producing 138 food. 25% farmer output. Yeah, I think it's fine, considering our food situation.
Research actualized.
Seems okay. Robot assembly complex, sure. We're mostly... I guess we could grab synthetics here. Okay, this war's over. Beautiful. We knew that they had that fully under control. That was not a problem. So at this moment, I do want to think about potentially upgrading this Science Nexus. And this would be the final upgrade for the Science Nexus. That would be wonderful. The price is low again. And it drops again? Do they sell again here? No, not immediately. But I think they sell on the month tick. I think that just happened to be on the month tick there. So let's check if it goes down on this month tick again. No. Okay. So for now, they're not going to drop that price back down. We can definitely get a Habitat Central control going here. And this colony, well, it needs a lot. What do we want it to be? Well, we've got unstable tectonics here. Engineering research from jobs plus 20%. So arguably, this would be a decent science world. Or at least a mediocre science world. For now, we'll put in our standard growth. So we'll put in a corporate culture site, we'll put in a gene clinic, and eventually we'll put in a posthumous employment center. But for now, that will do. We might want to get some housing from a city district as well. We'll do that for the moment. Cool. So with our fleets fully rebuilt for this moment anyway, we may want to start thinking about getting additional fleets. Current fleet strength is about 100k here. It'll definitely come up over time, but the game seems to be skewed more towards having more fleets over fewer powerful fleets, as opposed to the way it used to work. So I think that we should probably consider bumping up our naval count. What is this? Hang on. Form Federation proposal. With the absorbers. This is an interesting option for us. We don't want to be aggressively expanding. Being in a federation is a very interesting choice. So the question there is, who else is going to join this? These guys are superior to us. Let's see. They have a defensive pact also with the Tebadoran Corporation, who we have one with. The Tuxcan entity is their subsidiary. So this will mean we'll be in a federation with this here, which means that we're actually not too concerned about taking that back. I think we're okay with this. This will be a trade league, which is ideal for us. I think we accept that.
A federation is
Boom.
nothing without the free movement of goods and services.
And first contact with the Regan Commerce Exchange and Zuracorp. And we got a bunch of influence out of that too. Well met. And the curators? Finally? Can you aid us in our research? We'd like to purchase this service. Thank you very much. Wow, it's been a long time since we found those guys. Beautiful. So, we are now in the Harmonious Mercantile Assembly. As a follow-up question... we'll turn the other cheek. As a follow-up question, do we still have our defensive pact with these guys? No. And they're actually associated with these guys. That's interesting. I would love to get these guys into our federation. Let's see here. They are already associated with another federation. They would have to exit that. Okay, I'm going to send this guy to improve relations here. And then as far as the Federation goes, we're losing XP right now. We do need to assign some envoys. I'm going to move this envoy in, and I'm going to move this envoy in as well.
Incoming inquiry.
Okay, so the Tuxcan entity is not contributing. Okay, sure. We also eventually want to take over this Federation, and we'll do that, like, from the inside. The Tuxcan entity is, of course, in the Federation here, and we actually get some decent tech out of that, so we'll accept that. Beautiful.
Incoming inquiry.
This is great for us as well. We'll do that. Cool. Now, the Federation XP problem is 9.72. 92.7 cohesion. Okay, where's our cohesion calculated at these days? Here. Okay. Monthly cohesion impact is plus 2.8. So this should just eventually go up. Okay, I think that's fine. The Tuxcan entity is not contributing, which is rude of them, but we'll build our gateway site down here now that we have the influence for that. Perfect. Okay, I think this is great. The fact that we're now part of this federation is a big deal. Yeah, the Soloran multitude closed their borders to us. They're a subsidiary under the Tebadoran Corporation, who I would think would be interested in joining this. They're already associated with the... Oh, they're associated with these guys. Okay. Well, we'll see if they break that. This federation has existed for quite a while. I'm definitely very interested in being in this federation, so that sounds great. We're playing a bit more peaceful of a playthrough if we can. So if we have plus 3.5 influence per month now, and yes, our research agreements are eating up one of those. If we have that, we could think about rebuilding our construction ship. Hey, a terraformation here. We should definitely colonize this, and we will send out our founder species to do so. Cool. How much would it cost to claim all of the Calictoran protectors, out of curiosity here? We would have to do it this way. Oh, that's a little offset there. Interesting. I guess it's because of this. Okay, sure, that's fine. So this would be a total of 240. Okay. Obviously, we don't have enough to do that. It's an interesting option, but we're going to be working on some constructions here. I'm not going to get any more than 2 here, for sure. Comfort the fallen as an emergency measure. Okay, sure. Fine. That's absolutely okay. So our second construction ship is now built, and I'm thinking about the way that we want to set up hyper relays out over this direction. The answer largely boils down to we're going to want one built here, and up here, and up here, bare minimum. We would also like ones here and here, and then gateways as well. That would be ideal, but we'll see. We'll get some of those hyper relays going and some of the gateways. In the meantime, of course, we'll be banking up our influence. How are we doing on our influence generation for Ascension Theory? Okay, so we're going to get an Ascension perk out of that. What do we actually want for an Ascension perk? Something like World Shaper? Potentially. I feel like Galactic Force Projection is really, really bad at this point. Mostly because 80 naval cap is kind of irrelevant when you can just construct a bunch of fortresses and get way more than that. We can see here we're getting 564 from pop jobs. So I don't think Galactic Force Projection is good. Eternal Vigilance would be an interesting one, but it's not really what we're looking for, I don't think. An Earthquake on Yillian Prime, huh? Okay. Sure. Well, we are going to get an Unyielding perk here soon. Defense Army is producing Unity. That's actually interesting. That's very interesting. What's the completion, the finisher effect here? Okay, not bad at all. Cool. So we're now part of the Harmonious Mercantile Assembly, and I think that's great.
Research actualized.
We've already got a number of decent members here. We'll grab the Curator Exploration Lab, since we can do that. Not that it's actually helpful at this stage of the game. It's a little bit late. And yeah, we're heading out to colonize that already. So no problem there. We've got 12k alloys at this moment. We definitely want to get this Science Nexus going. What is the current price of alloys? Let's actually buy some in and use that to upgrade our Science Nexus. Beautiful. So our science production is actually pretty good at this point. I'm relatively content with our science level. Like, we're getting through these rather expensive technologies fairly quickly. Not tremendously, but reasonably quickly. So I think that's absolutely fine. We're losing Federation XP, but we can see here our cohesion has come up to 63. And that's definitely improving. But yes, we have a lot of negative cohesion here. But that will be worked on. It's growing by 3.8, so that's really not bad. I think that's really, really solid. And yeah, I don't care about this as long as they're part of our Federation. And actually, these guys are part of our Federation as well, so this is irrelevant too. It's just this down here, the Galactic Information Entente, right? So that sounds good. The Republic of Hypnis is also part of our Federation. So is these guys. The Tepedoran Corporation really should be. They would accept association status if they left this association status, but they don't seem interested in doing that at all. Defensive pact here? Sure.
Research actualized.
These guys entered into a defensive pact with each other. Survey speed. Okay, so this is all repeatable text from here. We're going to grab the fire rate. I think that the fire rate is better than damage because that gives us... It gives us the same amount of damage per day increase, but gives us more rolls to try to hit more frequently. That's why I believe that that is better. And then we're going to grab, I believe, synth leaders here. That's okay, I guess.
Colonial Enterprise upsizing.
Cool. So with that all under control, technological advances here, we could do that. Or we could just gain a bunch of engineering research. You know what? Pops are good. Let's do
Situation
it.
log revised.
So that'll be in our situation log, and we need to research that. That'll finish in 1 month. Hilarious. We could get a job on this mining world. And realistically, an industrial district would bring us positive in our consumer goods here. We can also upgrade this alloy nano plant because there are a number of jobs available there. Cool. This mining world can get a capital upgrade.
Special project actualized.
I love it. They would join our empire and colonize Camthrin 2B. Do it. So that is over here, which was already being terraformed, to be clear. Yeah, seems fine. So this was immediately colonized. Let's grab a gene clinic here. And we'll grab a corporate culture site. I do see this gas extraction well. We'll toss that in. And a city district. There we go. We'll get that going. Any other job work needing to be done? Not at the moment. How many pops did we get? 3 pops? Okay, not too bad. Oh, hello, Zarklan. Yeah, we'll find our way into Zarklan's territory. I'm sure that'll be fine. Cool. So, we're working our way through this. I do want to get a hyper relay built here, and then in Fadima as well. So we'll do something along the lines of that for now. These guys just rivaled the Federation founders. Okay, cool. I really do believe that we're absolutely fine here. These guys are quite strong, and they have a lot of subsidiaries. So it should be okay. We're not, like, tremendously strong, but we're also not trying to be tremendously strong. So it's all working out well. Our capital has this job. We'll resettle them over to somewhere else. Where do we want to take them? I guess this industrial world will do. Cool. So no problem there. How are we doing on that gateway construction site? 58%. Okay. A lot of work to be done there. Our Federation cohesion is definitely a lot better. A lot better. Minus 45 now. I like it. There are now 6 envoys assigned. So we're in level 1 Federation right now. It grants access to the Trade League trade policy, which combines the bonuses of consumer benefits and marketplace of ideas. Do we automatically have that, or do we need to actually put in that policy? Trade policy. We're on wealth creation. Trade League would give us half an energy credit, 0.2 unity, and 0.2 consumer goods. How much are we earning from trade? That might put us negative in our energy credits. But it will generate a lot of additional unity. Which, in theory, we can use to enable capacity subsidies and offset the cost. And that's just free at that point. So, basically, the theory here is I'm hoping that we get approximately 528 unity out of it. I believe that we will. We can actually calculate it. We're currently getting 4655.22. So 4655.22. I'm going to multiply that by 0.2, 931. So I'm actually, if I'm understanding how this is calculated correctly, which I think I am, this is going to get us like 900 consumer goods, which means that we can drop our inefficient industrial subsidies. Do we actually need capacity subsidies? That's going to reduce our energy credit upkeep there. Let's turn capacity subsidies off and see where this puts us. We'll have to wait a month tick. I'm expecting a significant gain in consumer goods. Our energy credits might be in a deficit here. We'll see. But we should see a large bump in our unity as well. Very large. Okay. So a small deficit in energy credits, 858 consumer goods, and 1961 unity. Yeah, we run capacity subsidies here. That will largely offset what we're losing from trade. And we just get essentially free consumer goods and unity out of it. Cool. I love it. That looks amazing. So that's going to really, really fix our consumer goods problem for a good long time. Absolutely great. Okay, I love it. How are we doing on this construction here? 68%. And, of course, our mega shipyard is done. Interdimensional trade decreases. Okay. Ah, we're still at minus 118 with the capacity subsidies coming on. That actually surprises me a lot. Produced 358.71 from jobs. So we're not actually producing all that much energy credits from jobs. So that means that largely these capacity subsidies are wasted, even though it's a very efficient way to do this. Unless we were to start building, like, generator districts, right? That would be the way to go about that. For the moment, we don't really have a way to do it. I'm going to turn off our capacity subsidies for the moment. And we know that puts us at, like, minus 200. So we just don't have that many jobs. Actually, that barely affected it. 174. Okay. Yeah, we just don't have that many jobs producing energy credits, is what it comes down to. Almost all of our energy credits are generated through trade, so that seems reasonably fine to me. Are there any other policies that we want to change along these lines? We're in a militarized economy right now, which actually I'm completely okay with. Being at a surplus of 871 consumer goods sounds good. I definitely do want that alloy from job increase. So that seems reasonably fine. Anything else that we want to change here? Land appropriation is currently prohibited. But I think that's fine. No real problem there. Oh, the subterranean civilization just gave us 1,000 minerals. Cool. No, I think we just work on a place like Sheet here. So we would put in like an energy grid. And then build up a bunch of generator districts here. We could use more generator districts. Do it. Okay, so that is this world up over here. That didn't actually get any generator districts. It might not actually be this world. Or it might be because it's already colonized. I don't know. Hard to say. Try to steer clear of gang wars. Yeah, that's a little bit rude. I was just checking to see if we had any pops that we could move over onto Sheet. That would be nice, but alas, we do not. It is about time to put a cut in here, though, so I'm going to go ahead and do that. And next episode, we're going to work on this energy credit deficit and probably get to work on a little bit more thorough of construction. I feel like we're pretty safe in this Federation, so that should be good. You can leave your offerings to the engagement gods in the form of likes, comments, subscribes, and bell ringings, and a very special thank you to all of the channel members for making this video possible, including ALS Gamer, James, Shadow Wolf, and Lohan80, Rogue Corvid, Kentogan, Andy McGar, Spartan News, Nick Smarty, Dimitri H, Punching the Microphone, Soccerman12 UK, and all the rest. And of course, you. Thank you for watching. If you'd like to support the channel, you can click the join button down below the video, and as always, I will see you all next time.